Rent-a-Girlfriend is far and away the biggest piece of smut degeneracy slop I've ever engaged with, so much so that it stops being smut and ascends to the plane of high avant-garde art. And then back to trash again. Way back down to trash again. Straight down into that trash incinerator from Toy Story 3. And somehow, Rent-a-Girlfriend makes me want to cry even more than the ending of Toy Story 3. I mean, there's a reason this series is called RAG, and it's not just an acronym. This rag isn't even good enough to wipe Chad No's perfectly average ass. This rag is far from worthy of being used to brush the tears off of Chad Pie's bullied face. I haven't vomited since July 21st of 2001, but let me tell you, just trying to shove this series down my gullet was almost enough to get me to spew. I somehow didn't throw up when I tried eating 10 White Castle burgers as I watched my New York Mets collapse and embarrass themselves in a playoff game. But 40 volumes of this? I don't think I can do it. Reiji Miyajima is the real Chad for creating this empire of smut. If I could go back to 2017, I wouldn't invest in AI or virtual reality. I put all my money into supporting Miyajima's sick fetish because nothing would be more of a guaranteed payday than the absolute colossus of garbage he was about to plop out. Staten Island wishes it was the dump that this man has created. Normally on this channel, I'm able to defend even the lamest rom-com protag and find the good in him. Find the Chad in him. I even managed to make the guy that plays with dolls look like Hercules. There's a Chad in every man. I truly once believed that. But then Kazuya legit NTRs himself with his imagination, puts a beret on this random dude who's slamming the girlfriend he doesn't actually have, and then pitches a tent in his shorts. Quite frankly, he may be a Chad just for managing to avoid shrinkage while in a pool, which I always thought was supposed to be impossible.
I was in the pool! I was in the pool!
But when you're whatever the hell Kazuya is, you do what you need to do to satisfy your humiliation kink. And to his credit, he's damn good at doing that. Seriously though, over 400 chapters of this? How do you pay for a fake girlfriend for 400 plus chapters? I can hardly afford to take my wife to Outback Steakhouse for a bloomin' onion. Sometimes we just get the bloomin', no onion. I can barely afford to rent a car from Enterprise.
And I'm going to try to get a job at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Because they got an excellent corporate structure, and they give you the tools to be your own boss.
But Kazuya is out here day in and day out, wasting his grandma who's about to croak's fortune on a fake girlfriend. I don't know how much renting a girlfriend is, but I'd wager it's far more expensive than when I used to rent Dunstan Checks In from Blockbuster when I was a kid. It was a movie where a monkey works at a hotel with George Costanza. Sounds awful, right? It was. And it was still a better value than whatever Kazuya was getting out of this arrangement. Having gone to a maid cafe in Akihabara, I cannot even fathom how a main character could consistently spend money on this. Overpriced puppy pancakes and forced smiles were far from enticing, and certainly didn't make me want to return. I mean, it's pancakes. How do you make such dry pancakes? Japan found a way. Kazuya is dry pancakes in our world of delicious anime Chad desserts. He is tasteless. He is bland. He is the first S-class anti-Chad. Imagine sharing a name with a dude that managed to defeat Kirby and still being crowned an anti-Chad. His father did the best he could by giving him such a badass name. Quite frankly, his father is the real Chad of this series. And I'm not just saying that since I voiced his dad in this hilarious Rent-a-Girlfriend Abridged series video.
Well, there's no way our stupid-ass bitch of a son has a girlfriend.
There's a better chance of Kobe coming back and winning the Super Bowl. Okay, maybe I'm just saying that, but I really resonated with this gentleman. Perhaps his father is more so the man I wished to be. Maybe I chastise Kazuya because the sad, pathetic loser of a simp is more like me than I care to admit. But on the flip side, this guy managed to be full mast in a pool, and I can't even pretend that isn't one of the most impressive feats in the history of anime. I mean, come on. Ultra Instinct Goku, Gear 5 Luffy? No. Pool boner Kazuya is the ultimate life form. You know who else has reached the peak of humanity? You, thanks to a subscription to S-Class Anime.